Captain's Log. It's just after midnight, August 19th, and while coasting through a new sector of much beloved characters, the crew and I once again were able to salvage some relics of our favorites. This time, guys, we didn't go to my main comic book shop, but we did go to my LCS, and the main adventure was for the cards. I went to a card shop. So first we'll show you guys the comics. I'll start off with what they call the bargain bins. They're really just like 50-cent bins. Some people have 25-cent bins, but I got a few of those. So first I'm going to show you guys, this one's a comics interview publication, Southern Nights. And with this one, I mean, Marvel and DC comics are always a good pickup, but for me, my favorites to pick up are like lost or forgotten 80s and 90s indie companies. And I didn't even know what this company was. And so it's number 12, so I kind of got thrown in probably the middle or to the end of it. But it's just about superheroes, these guys, and it looks like, from what I read, they're a team of 4, and they're trying to save one of the members of their team. And it's just really good art. It looks cool, like that piece right there. So I like that one. And then next we got our Lady Baltimore. And this is Dark Horse. There is a Mr. Baltimore, technically. It's just Baltimore. It's her husband. He's a witch hunter. And the reason why I saw these, I picked these up, is because of this cover specifically. This is the one that caught my eye. It's a Mike Mignola. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. And his horror comics, that the art that usually comes with them is not as beautiful as this, not as pretty as this. And I mean, this one's just awesome. You got the white outfit, you got the candle crown with her horns coming through it, the little tint of blue on the cover. So this one is number 4, so pretty sure that was number 4. Yeah, so I had to get number 1. And they just look good. So those are cool. And let's see, we got, this one is number 1 for the West Coast Avengers. And this one actually is the second time they've done the West Coast Adventures. The first time I think was in the 90s. And since then I think they've done like the 3rd and 4th time they've done West Coast. Kind of like a fun comic. I wasn't expecting that when I read this one. I know it was like a newer issue, but it's just pretty much Kate Bishop and her dad, that's Hawkeye, and there's Fuse on there, Gwenpool, you got Omega Kid. Omega Kid's really cool. If you guys don't know who Omega Kid is, he's one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel universe. He's a mutant. He's definitely one of the most powerful mutants. He's a telepath. I know he's more powerful than Professor X. So that one's pretty cool. You got America Chavez at the bottom. She just came out recently in the last Doctor Strange. So that's pretty cool. And I'll show you guys a little insert, really, just to show you how I was laughing. But this is a little scene right here where they're trying to recruit people from the team. And like, this is the toast man, the bread guy. And she asked him, what did she ask him? She asked him what his catchphrase is. Like, you're toast man, she says. And it was just, his catchphrase was really dumb. It was like, what does he say? I forget what he said. Oh, I'll butter your bread. Like, what? That didn't even make sense. This girl, she was just there to see Hawkeye. She just keeps asking Kate, like, where's Hawkeye at? She just wanted to see him. That one was the Spider King. That one she just got freaked out about. So it's a pretty funny comic. This one, she's like, is your name really the Scorp? And he's like, yeah. And she's just like, get out. The Wolverine, I said she makes fun of his claws. She's like, your steak knives aren't even good steak knives. And he's just like, you don't got to be mean about it. So this one was really cool. I was surprised. I thought that one was awesome. And then next we got, the Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix, number 3. This series I had before and I lost it. And I want to start getting it again. What to say about this? This is such an important series. So, the X-Men future has always been complicated. You got, like, Days of Future Past, The Inferno, Age of Apocalypse. All those storylines, they're always trying to change the future. And in this one, if you read this one, it'll help you understand those storylines. And pretty much this one is about... It's hard to explain. If you guys read it, you'll enjoy it. I promise. But pretty much, Rachel goes in the past to get Jean Grey and Cyclops, Scott. And she takes them to the future to raise Cable. Now, Cable in the 90s was the chosen one. He was not only chosen to save Earth, but the whole universe in general in itself. And I love this cover because, like, that's so cute. You're never going to see heroes in general, but Cable specifically in child form. He's got his little cyberkinetic arm because Cable, he has like a virus. He only keeps that virus at bay because he has like mind powers. So, but she goes, she gets Jean and Cyclops, and she takes them to the future to raise Cable, which in this series, Jean and Cyclops find out that Cable is really Jean's son, but her clone's son. So it's crazy. It's crazy. There's a whole bunch of mess. And like I said, Cable's pretty much the chosen one throughout those universes. And he even, in later series, saves and, like, raises a girl named Hope. And Hope was the last mutant. And that's, that's obviously important. And I don't know, maybe he was chosen to raise her because of these stories. Like, he was raised and saved by such great parents. So that one was an awesome one. So we don't have 90s gimmicks this time, guys, but we have newer gimmicks. So the first one is NYX #1. It's like the window shades variant, and hopefully I'll be able to pick up more of these soon. I know, like, Blade just came out with one. Not sure if there's any 90s ones, but there might be like one. But I definitely want to pick up more of those soon. And then I got Gotham City Sirens. We got, I think I've heard once or twice that this kind of, like, gimmick is called Wave Refractor or Wave Holofoil. But I like the sound of that, so that's pretty cool. But you got Poison Ivy. This one's #1. I saw #2 there, and it was Harley. And I'll get that one, but I had to get #1 first. So that one's so cool. And then the next one is a polybag. And this one's Werewolf by Night, the red band variant. And it was hard to choose between these two covers. The other cover was so cool, but because it was just like werewolf's face really big, and it looked cool from afar. But I thought that was Death Watch, and I looked it up when I got home, and it was. So I thought that was so cool. We haven't really seen Death Watch for a while, so that was pretty cool. And then I think that's all for the new ones. The next two... Oh, actually, you know what? Speaking of polybag, you guys know, and this one wasn't in the dollar bin technically, but if you guys see the polybag, grab it. This one is so awesome. It says Bart Simpson's favorite comic book, Radioactive Man. It's a 7-Eleven special, so the issue number is literally 7-Eleven. I'm assuming it's just like a one shot, not gonna open it, unfortunately. But even the back is cool. Like, Homer's in the tractor, and they're putting the Quickie Mart sign over the 7-Eleven. Like, that's just so cool. So that was a really cool find. I do have a few Simpsons comics already. There's still a lot I'm looking for. I didn't know about this one. And I do have one Radioactive Man comic book already. It's a glow-in-the-dark one. I think it's like number 15. I don't know if I've showed you guys yet that one, but I will soon if I have it. But that's so cool. And the other one I got was, so this one was a special find for me because, for one, it's Silver Surfer. It's a Stan Lee meets Silver Surfer. And I've always liked Silver Surfer. It was one of the first characters that I got into at first. And one of the coolest, to be honest. But I feel like it's special to Stan Lee, too, because it was one of the last characters he worked on. The old characters, like the 60s, 70s characters. He didn't write but like one or two things in between Silver Surfer and then the 90s. This comic book specifically, I think he did work on, right there. And this is 2007. So that one was a special find. I like that one a lot. And then, so I think that's all for the comic books. We got our thrift store finds, and we can go ahead and start with the movies. With the movies, we'll start with the DVDs. We got a few cool ones. We got Walt Disney's Bambi. I guess you guys should know Bambi. You got Thumper in the front and Flower. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And that one's cute. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one is the first time ever it was on DVD. And I thought it was going to be cuter in the inside. It just opens up like that. And there's just ads in the inside. I thought maybe a poster or something, but that's okay. Got the Ultimate Disc 2-disc Iron Man. And this one was awesome because check this out. It opens and it's all hollow foiling in there. So that was cool. And it's the back. I forgot about that. That one looks awesome. So that one's cool. You guys should know Iron Man. He has to put some kind of chemical compound thing he makes inside his chest so he can live. And then Heroes. I got this season 1. This is an awesome find just because of the cover, really. And it's a pretty good TV show. It's a pretty good TV show. But the cover just just imagine that sitting on your shelf. It's just like eye-catching. So I love that one right away. And then we got movie-wise, we have VHSs. I'll start with the sealed one for you guys. And honestly, the sealed ones, only like one of them is really like a classical for me. Dances with Wolves. My mom used to watch that one and stuff like that. But the other ones are just classics of they were definitely the mains for their genres. You got The King and I, and you got Clint Eastwood. And I mainly just got them because they were sealed. And I think they both won a bunch of Academy Awards. If I'm not mistaken, this one specifically, The King and I, won 8 different awards. Yeah, it did. This one won 8 different awards. And this one, you guys should know about Dirty Harry. He's just I don't know if he would have been the first detective. I don't know. They were really into cars back then too. I know that. My dad loves these movies, so for sure he would be able to tell you more about that one. But that one's watermark is right there. And Dances with Wolves. You guys just gotta watch this one yourself. It's sad, but it's still cool. And those are the sealed VHSs. Next, okay, so for the first two I'm gonna show you guys, we got Harry Potter 1 and 2. And if you guys don't know Harry Potter, which you should, but if you're younger and you're watching this, Harry Harry Potter is just about a kid who doesn't know he's a wizard. He has magical skills, and his caretaker, the person who's supposed to look after him, comes, pretty much picks him up, let him know what's going on. And the bad guy of the movie is pretty much his professor the whole time. He's a professor of the defense of the dark arts, and he's got the main villain of the whole entire series like in his most lowest form, because he's not really even alive anymore, like wrapped up in his turban. I don't know, it's crazy. But pretty much the point of the matter of the Sorcerer's Stone is the Philosopher's Stone. That's what it's called in the books. When J.K. Rowling wrote them, it's called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. But they're trying to get that stone because the guy that's inside the turban needs the stone to... If you want to watch the movies, you'll find out in the last movie why he really needs the stone. But number 2 is pretty much about the same thing. And what the stone is what they're looking for in the Chamber of Secrets. The same. It all ties up into the end. So these movies are great. If you guys haven't ever seen the Harry Potter series or read the books, you should. And then the House of the Dark Shadows. Also a cult classic. You guys gotta watch that one. Alright, so for our clamshells, that just sounds too edited. Okay, yes, for our clamshells, we got cartoons this time only, but they're still good cartoons. So for the first one, we got Walt Disney's The Aristocrats. If you guys don't know about The Aristocrats, they got like epic songs like Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. There's a few of them in there, but jazz band, those are just amazing. But pretty much Duchess, that's the mom cat's name. I remember the butler's name is Edgar. That's Marie. I think that's like Toulouse and something. I can never remember the last cat's name. It's something so easy, and I can't remember his name right now either. But the point of the matter is Edgar tries to throw them out because her owner is gonna like give all her money. She's rich and she's gonna give her all her money to the cats, and so he freaks out and is like, if the cats are gone, then she'll give the money to me. And they have to go on a little cute adventure, and they meet all kinds of awesome people. They meet awesome animals on the way, and they have cool adventures. I think that's like one of everybody's favorites. Got Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, and this one just had an awesome cover, and I just thought that was so cool. And it's probably a good story. I really didn't check if that tape was in there. Oh, that tape looks good too. So that's cool. We got America. Oh, yeah, The Schoolhouse Rock. How could you ever mispronounce that? And I just thought that was cool. Fine. I don't really see that one. I didn't know it was Disney though. I thought I was getting like a non-Disney clamshell at least, but it's okay. That one was a cool one. Then, last but not least, we got Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And technically, that's not Disney, so, but that's an awesome one. If you guys don't know, what's different about this one? It's the same. It's the same as the other one. He's got to go to Whoville and give back the toys that he stole because he's bad and he got jealous. So, that's The Grinch Stole Christmas. And then, what else did we get from the thrift store? I got some books. Start off with those. Let's see. We got Anamorphosis. I remember reading these books as a kid. Let me see if you guys can actually see that change. It's a little dolphin. So creepy, right? I remember reading one of these books for sure as a kid. That cat one. Or was that owl one? That eagle. I remember these books though. They were weird. They were definitely weird. But it's so cool. So I thought maybe I'd get it again, read it again, see what it was about. And then next I got Tales from Haunted Mansion, Volume 1. And this one, the cover caught my eye immediately because it was foily. And it just looked really nice. It's like a different texture all around on the binding. And then when I opened it, so I was double guessing it. I'm like, am I just getting this because I want it? And then I saw that it was short stories. That always intrigues me because that keeps the reading going, especially when it's like more children type novels. And then the art was so cool. Let me at least get a one page here. I thought the art was cool. And it's not just like Got the front. It's on the page. So this one was pretty cool. Like this one, it looks like stained, but it's ghost. So it just looked awesome. I was like, okay, fine. You sold me. And then this one is Disney's Before the Story, Anita's Puppy Tale. And I remember seeing these when they came out. I definitely wanted one, but I didn't want one for like $6, $7, $8, $9. But this one I got for like 50 cents. So why not? And there's more too. It says Mulan, Secret Plan, Elsa's Icy Rescue, Anna's So Tiny. Finds a friend, Pocahontas leads away, and Cinderella takes the stage. So that's pretty cool. It would be cool to have all of them. And the art in there is really cool. It's really vibrant. And the pages are nice. They're not really like thin and papery. See, the art is really cute. And who doesn't want to read a story about Anita's young days? You know? Why not? Maybe Cruella will come out in it. As I spoke the words. So that was pretty cool. That book was... What's the last thing? I know I have one more thing for thrift store. Oh, yes. Speaking of Harry Potter, I tell you guys I love Harry Potter so much. I have been wanting a wand forever. And I always see wands, maybe like thrift stores or whatever. I'm just like, I don't know. I've always kind of wanted Dolores's wand. If I ever like had to buy one and there was multiple to choose from, I thought maybe I'd get the Dolores one. But I came across this one and I saw that it made the Patronus charm. And I was like, I should get this one. So I did. And you guys want to... So I don't know how well you guys can see that. But it's cool. It's cool. So I was like, yes. I finally got one wand to start a wand collection. And then, let's see. Okay, next I think is the card shop. That's all I got left. And the first pull from the card shop was absolutely the best pull I've found in a long time. Because it was only $10. And it was the complete set almost. It's only missing 2 cards. And it's Boris. You guys know Boris Vallejo is like a fantasy artist. He has a lot of series set, and I got the all prism set because he has base card sets. He has a lot of stuff, but this is a whole set of... I guess I should show you guys that one first, but this is a whole base set of just nothing but awesome prism cards. I'll just show you guys a few because oops, that one fell, but at least it fell in a bit. Just show you guys a few because it's a lot. I think it said 72 cards. And it came with all of them but 2. And I think I already have some Boris cards. Just not near as many as this. And hopefully I have like from series 1. I never really knew he had that many. So that was pretty cool. I think these are from 93. Okay, so the other ones I got that weren't from the Boris set were singles for the most part. First I got Youngblood. I've showed you guys a Youngblood before. It's Image P4. I think it's like 1992. So that one was pretty cool. A little sparkle factor for you. And then we got Wizard. I told you guys Wizard loved to do image stuff. So also another image card I got. This one's Battlestone. So that one's pretty cool. And just the color on them are just always so awesome. So awesome. Next one is 1994 Fleer. I'm never good with these. Fleer Ultra X-Men. And this one I got because this was a subset from the series. This one's number 7. And it's like an embossed and etched. Looks like it's Sabretooth and Iceman. Yeah. I got that right. But yeah, Sabretooth and Iceman. And then we got, this one was one of my favorite finds for today. Marvel Masterpieces 1992 Thing versus Hulk. So that means this was the first series, like a chase card for the Marvel Masterpieces. You guys know the Marvel Masterpieces, like a very sought after set. That first series, I think it's like $150 set or some more, maybe, I don't know. But this is 1D, and it's the Hulk versus the Thing. Hoping to get more of these. I know my main card shop guy just got something. I don't know. I've been hearing something through a grapevine, so I gotta go over there, see what's going on. But that just looks so cool. It looks awesome. And then, speaking of awesomeness, this card specifically is gonna be more different than any card in my set so far. So hopefully I can get more of these. This is because you guys know about, if you do know about, the metal cards for the Marvel series sets. There's a few too. There's like, for the 90s sets specifically, there's like 3 different blues and golds and silvers, and they have like metal like this at the bottom. And this one is like a chase card from that set or something. I didn't even know these existed, and these are actually, it's made out of aluminum. It's actually like it's supposed to be like a metal card. So I thought that was so cool. Planet metal specifically. And I don't have any of might have like one of those metal cards. I'll have to show you guys. But it has like that logo, but just at the bottom. There's a lot of them. And they're all cool, don't get me wrong. But it's just nothing I ever really needed to collect, because there's a lot of them and they are a little pricey. But that's so cool. I would definitely collect these for the right price. No problem. Oh, and then also something I've been trying to collect, I think I've been showing you guys some of these, is sketch card. This one doesn't shine or anything real crazy. This one's just kind of like the art, the black outlining is kind of like etched in, and it's a chase card for the Lion King. I think this is series 2. Yeah, it's T2 series 2. And it's just a chase card for the Lion King series 2. So that one's pretty cool. And then I got 2 famous Americans. These cards were, I guess, made literally by the famous American trading card company. And it's Judy Garland and Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers. And I just thought they were awesome. They have like a little etched background. There was quite a few like presidents and stuff like that. And I have seen trading cards, presidents or historical figures, historical landmarks. Today they were really cool George Washington ones. They were George Washington maps where the like river or the path he was traveling was holographic. And I wanted them, but I got other stuff today instead. And there was quite a few of those. So I was like, maybe. But I mean, George Washington, I don't know. But Judy Garland and Mr. Rogers is definitely worth it. And the last 3 I made last for a couple reasons. The first reason, because they're like my favorite almost. It's Soul Blade. And Soul Blade is, if anybody were to have played the latest like Soul Calibur or any Soul Calibur PlayStation games, Soul Blade was the first Soul Calibur game. And we got Sophidia, Rock, and was it Mitsurugi? Yeah. Mitsurugi looks, no, not that different, I guess. But that's so cool. They got like a little foil bottom. And Soul Calibur was just one of my favorite PlayStation fighting games. I never really played Mortal Kombat like that. I definitely don't play Fortnite. Really much fighting games like Marvel vs. Capcom or anything like that I never really got into. But Soul Calibur I went crazy on for years. I love Soul Calibur. And speaking of Soul Calibur, I just picked this up a couple days ago, and I got the Soul Blade PlayStation 1 game. And I thought that was so cool that I found the cards. The cards have like a set of like 12 or 24. But how awesome, right? He was always hard to fight. I forget what his name was. But that was so cool. And also one more thing I got at the card shop would have been this Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like an old school shot glasses. And I just thought they were so cool. The material they're made out of is like super weird. Also, think that is glass. But it's just old school. It looks cool. It's Freddy, so why not? But that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Try to stay in budget. Try not to go too wild with anything. So, for all you true believers out there, live long and prosper, and may the force be with you.